You're a Toplander. That's amazing! What are you doing all the way down here? A mission? Dear me, that sounds important. If you need any help, feel free to ask me. Although, I'm still quite young, and I don't know much, to be honest. I was hoping that, if you have time during your mission, perhaps you could share some of your knowledge with me. Please? My name is Lyra. I'm a coral shaper. I whittle and mold it, turning it into my own pieces. I create shapes the sea could never dream of. You can have a look if you like. Only, I haven't been able to come up with any new ideas lately. But I'm sure that'll pass. I have some items that came from your land. You know, up there. But no one here knows what they're used for. And I can't for the life of me figure it out. Of course, I have my own ideas, but, I doubt they're anywhere close to the truth. Oh, that's wonderful! Thank you! Let's start with this one. Look, it has all those long teeth. Utterly fascinating. The teeth are sharp, but not sharp enough to cause a serious wound. But you can plunge the whole thing into the ground? So I figured it must be for keeping Toplanders tethered to the land. Am I right? Ah, you want to know how I figured it out, don't you? Well, from what I know about the surface, you're not surrounded by water. In fact, you're not surrounded by anything. So, it only makes sense that you'd need something to keep your feet on the ground. And this digs right in, holding you steady. Your hair? What? You! And I touched it! You take it. I don't want it anymore. I think I'm done for now. Could you come back later? Please? I am? I do. Oh, is that what you call coral shapers where you're from? An artist? But you just said they were called artists. That's a different word. But not coral? Why? You don't have it on the surface? Then it's possible you do have coral shapers, and you just don't know them. But you'd still call them artists. I like that. I think I'll start using it for myself. Thank you for sharing this knowledge with me. We've decided to settle near the archive, to stay close to the knowledge. Everyone here dreams of catching a glimpse of what's inside one day. I hope I'll be worthy enough for Urkel to let me in. But as far as I can remember, nobody ever has been. You'd have to be invited by Urkel. And that's it. Ruiko guards the entrance, but don't count on her being lenient. Or bribable. Ugh, if you tried to bribe her, she'd take it as a terrible insult. I think you'll like these. Don't stay away too long.
This one is shell named Hiss. This one greets you. This one desires your knowledge. This one hungers for knowledge is the most precious thing here. This one has already introduced himself. He is shell named Hiss. But this one wonders, who are you? This one does not believe that is all you are. This one senses you are not alone here. But this one also knows the value of secrets. He hopes the time will come when he gains the knowledge of who you truly are and why you are here. So the top lander is also a helper. This one is pleased to hear it. This one cannot leave his post, for the tide of knowledge might pass him by. But this one also has an obligation to a friend whom he cannot visit. Will the top lander keep his word? Will you help this one and this one's friend? The top lander will feed this one's friend The friend likes seaweed. The friend hides in a cave. This one will give the Toplander a key to enter. In return for that help, the friend will repay you with knowledge no Toplander has yet held, nor ever will. This one asks that no one learn of the friend's existence or location. The beings here do not understand how important the friend is. Or they understand all too well, and would harm him for it. This one politely asks the Toplander for discretion. It is a matter of life and death. This one will always be here, until he earns entry to the archive.
For a moment I thought Morgan had bewitched my eyes. But no, they weren't deceiving me. You're here, and you're not one of us. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm Nautilum, the local fillet knife master. Oh, yes, my child. We all know. Do you really think news in an underwater kingdom travels by sound, like it does on the surface? That would be terribly inefficient. Your arrival sent a wave through the depths, heard by anyone willing to listen. And most of them are afraid of you, my child. But now that I see with my own eyes, I find nothing evil about you. I'm very good at reading the intentions of deep dwellers, but you're the first Toplander I've ever met. So I can only hope I'm not wrong. By the way, if you ever find yourself needing to reach the Ulcerate, you'd better not. It's a dangerous place, even for deep dwellers, let alone Toplanders. My dear, mark my words. A cook, you say? From what little I know, your cooks on the surface love using fire. Frying, roasting, smoking. Oh, you won't see any of that down here. Oh, sure. We can heat our dishes on a geyser. I guess you could even call that cooking, but it's nothing like what you're used to. So, are you ready to learn the secrets of underwater cuisine? Very well. If that's what you want to call it. Here, take this recipe. Try it out and tell me what you think. I can tell you everything about this place. My kitchen is the most fascinating spot in the whole realm. Have you seen the carcass of the great serpent yet? Not long ago, they were the source of endless feasts. You need to understand, my child, that nothing goes to waste here. We live in perfect harmony.
creature finds the water too heavy to bear, it gives up its body for the benefit of the rest. And that's how we have a nearly endless supply of food. Now, do you see why I'm the best cook you'll ever meet? Of course we do. Why are you so surprised? What's the point of wasting good meat if the soul has already left the body? From your tone, I take it you treat your dead differently. But is it really so strange? Every place has its own customs. What? Oh, you mean shit. Why do you care? You won't get a say in anything after your consciousness goes. Wherever it goes for you toplanders. Cemeteries are a ridiculous idea. You make your loved ones build a monument, and then they have to keep coming back to clean it, or else some people gossip about them? Oh, it's absurd. Here, at least you nourish the ones you leave behind, not saddle them with chores and expenses. Our way is much smarter. He's a slippery bastard. Well, everything is slippery here, but you know what I mean. But no one else will tell you that to your face. Everyone is afraid of him because he collects knowledge. Maybe one day he'll have enough to be let into the archive. And when that day comes, the whole village will breathe easier. Once you get into the archive, you never want to leave. So I wish him luck. Even if he is not exactly my favorite person. Oh, no. Of course! I'm always prepared if you want something ready-made. A toplander buying from me? My friends will never believe this. Keep your head on a swivel.
Toplander, thank you for coming to me. Have you seen my sister, Sindril? She's very beautiful. Looks a lot like me. We hatched from the same egg. I miss her so much. This is the second tide since she's been gone. I've asked everyone. I've searched as far as half a day's distance from our home. I don't dare go any further. It's too dangerous. We're both still so young, and I can't risk not being here if she comes back. No one knows anything. But I'm sure that cursed Hiss had his disgusting claws in this. Who else could have taken her? Everyone knows Sindril and I are inseparable. Hiss has his ways. Maybe he put something in our food so we'd fall asleep, then took Sindril. There was one time we had some seaweed that tasted off. Sindril just waved it away. She hadn't had any luck hunting that day, and she didn't want us to go to sleep with empty stomachs. I slept for so long after that. And when I woke, Sindril was gone. Trust me, Toplander. Hiss is the only one of us devious enough to do something like this. I'm sure it was him. Why? You don't believe me? I'm from here. I know what I'm talking about. It must be Hiss. But I suppose on the surface you like to investigate matters, if that's what you can call it. Still, I'm sure I'm right. You'll see for yourself soon enough. I only hope it won't be too late. I'll be waiting here for you. Always swim with the current.
Trinkets, baubles, treasures from the endless dark. Secrets bought, secrets sold, knowledge for knowledge. Come, come, Toplander, let me look, let me marvel. My name is a current, a rush of warmth, in the biting cold. It flows, it carries a buzz with life, filled with purpose. A buzz. Buzz. You can call me Buzz, Toplander, yes. A merchant, a collector, a seeker of knowledge. Oh, but no more, no more. I've lost my treasure. I am bereft, adrift. I miss it dearly. Nothing brings me joy. Pearl that hums a beautiful melody. It flows like water, soothes my mind, makes my insides sweetly tremble. But the Morgans stole it. They laughed as they took it, and they won't give it back. Me? They have claws that rend flesh, teeth that crush bone. I can swim fast, but not fast enough. They are Morgans. All they know is to take. Take lives. Take pride in life-taking. Take treasures one has rightfully earned. Morgans are cruel, just because they can be. Could you? You could? Yes! The sisters like Toplanders. A little too much, perhaps. But they are curious, often bored. They may listen, or be taken by surprise. That's right. Bring me the pearl, and you will be rewarded. Oh, dear. What up? Don't drift too far. Halt! No entry to the archive. Not even for you, Toplander. That is true. Sir Urkol guards the knowledge within the archive. But I am the one who guards Sir Urkol's peace. My name is Ruako, and I decide who may pass these gates. Sir Urkol does not wish to speak to anyone. He is terribly busy. Only those deemed worthy are allowed into the archive. Sir Josephus has no authority over the archive. Only Sir Urkol does. While he is occupied with important matters, he has ceded that authority to me. I decide who enters the archive, not Sir Josephus. That is correct. I do not. All the more reason I cannot allow you entry. Tambo is a community formed around the archive. Its people are united in the pursuit of knowledge and improving themselves worthy of its greatest source. Become part of this community. Get to know them, and allow them to know you. Work with them, for the only way to prove true worth is to lend your skills to those in need. Yes, that is what I said. I do not doubt it. Toplander. It's a peaceful village, though not without its share of problems. They all share one ambition, but it often gives rise to competitiveness instead of cooperation. It saddens me to see. I had thought a common goal would be unifying, but instead it became currency. In the depths, everything and everyone belongs to the sea. All we have is shared by others, down to our bodies after we die. What you describe sounds like the way of the surface. It should not be happening here, and yet it does. That is curious indeed. I hadn't noticed that, but you're right. I belong to the archive, and the archive are what they crave. It is not a desire I share. I know my place in the world. This is all the knowledge I need. Sir Urkol likes order and being left to his own devices. He is deeply dedicated to his duties. And not only Sarras, but all of Avalon should be grateful for it. What lies within the archive is both powerful and delicate. I believe Sir Urkol is the only one who can keep it safe. I do. I would not be here otherwise. He is the Lord's chosen. That alone proves he is worth following. Sir Urkol is unwavering in his service to him. Not once in hundreds of years has he strayed from his post. It is something I both respect and understand. That is not something I can put into words. You need to experience it yourself. If you're allowed entry, of course. Sir Urkol once told me they were our Lord's answer to his desire to make peace with his new reality. He wandered Sarras aimlessly, distraught, afraid he was losing himself and all he knew. The Lord of the Depths inspired him to create a place to store his memories. And that place grew until it became what it is now. I believe it has always been my purpose, from the day I was hatched. My peers in the Ulcerate called me a stickler. I like order, and I do not bore easily. The moment I heard of the archive, I was drawn to it. But not for what it could give me, but for what I could give to it. If you need anything, you'll find me here.
Toplander, you've returned! Yes! So, this one was a bit tricky. I found a sealed container in a shipwreck, so I decided to look inside, right? And there was this. It has such an odd crystalline texture, but the golden color is so beautiful. I once heard a Morgan complain that the surface is too bright because of the, sun? So, I deduced that this must be the light of the sun itself, spun into crystals. Am I right? You eat it? And how is it made? Stop! I think I've heard enough. So it's not the sun? I see. So I wasn't too far off, was I? Thank you for this knowledge. I think I need some time to think about it. Don't stay away too long. I was just thinking about you. Oh, of course. This one's quite easy. But I'd still like to be sure. I got it from Boz, who got it from Undira, who found it with one of the Kelpies. So strange, the whole story. But I'm fairly certain it's just a piece of jewelry. The shape is so pretty. Probably lost by some poor Toplander, abducted by a Kelpie. Horses? What are horses? Right. And these horseshoes, what are they for? A foot. So it's not some delicate Toplander's adornment, but something you strap onto a beast's foot. And that's why someone put it on a Kelpie? To make it a beast of burden? That's barbaric. To use a free creature that way. I don't think I want to hear more about the surface. Please, just leave me be. Don't stay away. Oh, you're back. Do you need anything? I'm fine. Just a little bit disillusioned, I suppose. No, I threw it all away. The more you told me, the more disgusted I became with it. In the end, I couldn't even look at those items, afraid of what new horror they might reveal. I always imagined life on the surface as something grand, glamorous, full of joy, bathed in golden light. Now it just seems dirty. You're right. The depths and their denizens are a perfect example. So much here is as beautiful as it is deadly. I suppose, when you're surrounded by beauty, after a while it becomes invisible, mundane, until someone like you comes along and puts it in a different light. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the knowledge you shared. It means more to me now than I ever imagined. Goodbye, and may the sea keep you safe. Hello again. I think I've finally made peace with things. Come, take a look. The sea is full of life.
This one greets the Toplander. This one might know what became of Sindril, but why should this one share his knowledge? This one is not interested in that kind of knowledge. However, this one has learned that Toplanders use intimidation. This, too, is knowledge. Very well. This one will mark on your map where Sindril is hiding. This one now asks you to leave. He does not wish to continue conversing with you. This one has
No, no. You're not true. I was just... The sea...
I'm sad. You bring change. Sarras is sinking into sorrow, and I'm sinking with it. Comfort me. But I like Sarras the way it is. I don't want it to turn worse. So, you're saying there's hope that change might actually be good for us? Well, we'll live and see. For now, hope will have to do. Thank you, Toplander. My gates are open to you.
Greetings, Toplander. Was it strong currents or a strong will that brought you down from above the roots? I'm Waste, formerly Sarras's most efficient treasure hunter, now a merchant of its spoils. But let's just say I had a nasty accident that made me realize it's a path to nowhere. I didn't survive the ulcerate just to die a stupid death the moment I got outside. I used to dream of glory. But there's a point where you have to accept that dreams should remain just that. Dreams. Otherwise, one day, you'll never wake up again. It's the only one I've got. I hatched weak. The carers at the ulcerate didn't see much promise in me. Waste of a good egg, they'd say. Or I'd hear 'em muttering, such a waste. It stuck. Even though I kept surviving, much to their disappointment. I was even allowed out of the ulcerate, and they patted themselves on the back as if I'd done it thanks to them, not in spite of them. Yes, hardly the safest choice, or the wisest, in more ways than one. The trouble was, even after I left the ulcerate, it didn't leave me. I still felt I had something to prove. And I did it in the most reckless way possible. Fortunately, I grew out of that. Although rather forcibly. I was nearly boiled alive in the oozing fields. It made me rethink a few choices, and not just mine. Sorry, I'd rather not talk about it anymore. No, it's not a bad name. It reminds me what not to become, and what not to do with my life. I like to think it helped me keep in balance. Looking for basics, or... Go with the current.
Hiss, is that you? I've been waiting for you. I'm hungry, my friend. I listened for your steps. I missed your company. So, I wasn't a good friend after all. He sends strangers to feed me, revealing my hiding place. Why, Hiss? How much more knowledge do you need before you value me again? Or have you come to kill me? To poison me so I won't bother him anymore? Sometimes I'm unsure if what I say or do might offend him. His mind is beyond my understanding. It's possible I upset him somehow, even though my intentions are pure, and the knowledge I share is always precious. Seaweed, my favorite treat. Thank you, friend of his. Still, I don't understand why he didn't bring it himself. I thought I'd been a good turtle. Because I owe him my life. Hiss and I, we only have each other. He always said that. No one understands him, and I am the lost of my kind. It's a special bond. I'd never dare to break it. Hiss is my savior. He found this shelter for me and keeps it secret from everyone. If not for him, I'd have been food for the people of Sarras long ago. My shell turned into a shrine. He gives me safety and food, and I share my knowledge in return. And I'm a very old turtle, you see. Before Sarras, my parents swam near Abyssodontis and absorbed his knowledge, passing it down to their children. That's very valuable knowledge. Friend of his, there are no others like me anymore. I'm the last of my species in Sarras. What remains of my brothers and sisters lies scattered across this realm. They hunted us for the knowledge we carried. Our shells became shrines. They believed it would bring them closer to the Lord of the Depths. We were unlucky. When Sarras was formed, our eggs were caught in the region. And since siblings couldn't reproduce, we all died out. Except me. And Hiss has been kind. He didn't make a shrine out of me. He gave me shelter and food. What more could an exile like me wish for? If I leave, I'll die. They'll hunt me down the moment I step outside. No, I can't disappoint Hiss. I don't want to make him angry. Sometimes when he's upset, he stops being kind. No amount of knowledge can calm him then. Sometimes he's gone for a long time, and I starve. No, I'm not leaving. That would mean certain death. You say there might be others like me outside the dome. It's true. My mother and father must have come from beyond Sarras, if they swam with Abyssodontis. So, we may have been born here, but we were not from this place. But Hiss always told me that Sarras cannot be left. Are you sure? That I could leave this place and swim freely through the vastness of the deep? That's true. My eyes aren't what they used to be. But I can see you're more of a toplander than a deep dweller. If you found your way in, perhaps you'll find your way out. So maybe I could too. If I had the courage. Thank you for your words. I'll think about them. And thank you for the seaweed. If I decide to go, I'll need the strength. Take this. I found it while cleaning. A reward for sharing your knowledge and helping me see things more clearly. I hope that when I return...
my, would you look at that, sisters? What a tasty little morsel, dropped all the way to the bottom without anyone's help. Aren't we lucky today?
The luckiest. But what is it doing here, I wonder? Who cares? We shouldn't be looking a gift kelpie in the mouth, should we?
My, who would have thought Balls had it in her? I always knew that little thief was clever, but this is bold.
Almost a shame she was born, well, a shrimp. She might have made a fine hunter.
I'm afraid little Boz hasn't been entirely honest with you. Yes, she sent you for the pearl, but we're not the thieves here. She is. Boz used the pearl to steal the last song of our dying sister as she gave herself to the sea. She had no right. What's left of our sister belongs to us and to the waves. No surprise there, but what made her send you here for it, I wonder? She had to know we wouldn't simply hand it over. Either she truly believes in your skill, or she doesn't think much of you at all. There's no song more beautiful or more powerful than a Morgan's dirge. We weep for ourselves, for no one else will mourn us. We sing to the sea as we sink into its final embrace. It can beguile a mortal, drive them to despair. Spells woven from it are always strong, always cruel. And yes, it can be stolen. Many have tried, out of greed or malice. I find it vile. Well, there is something you could do for us, and then I might consider giving you the pearl. One of the scions of the depths has made himself at home in a cave within our domain. He's alone from what we know, only comes out now and then, picking off our weakest and dragging them away. We would have dealt with him ourselves, but he's been strangely elusive. As if the darkness itself hides him from us. Worse still, he sealed the entrance with some powerful spell. They claim to be the children of the Terror itself. Perhaps they are, I don't know. You'll rarely see them stoop to speak with, well, anyone. They're brutes who fancy themselves the deadliest predators in the sea. Let them think what they will. It causes a strange kind of paralysis. I've never felt anything like it. My whole body went taut, trembling, frozen. I couldn't move. And then my heart, it thundered in my ears so loudly I could hear nothing else. Fear? That's absurd. Mortals feel fear.
They do. It makes them taste sour. Sour? Oh, to me it's more bitter.
If you say so, I think it makes them taste more like the sea. Worry about your life first. We'll speak of rewards if you come back.
What's this? Flotsam or treasure? Hard to tell with you.
Oh, look. The little fish swims back into our nets.
Oh, what a sweet little treat you are. And you live to tell the tale. What a curious little mortal you are. Usually your kind stumbles so easily into our claws. But don't be foolish enough to play our games. Not all Morgans are as benevolent as we are. Wake? I see, you've done well. Nothing that slumbers in the depths should ever be woken. Those creatures, they are devours. Not even the ocean could hold them. Here, the reward I promised. Just make sure it's cared for. Our lost sister's song, in exchange for the lives of the sisters still with us. Seems like a fair trade, doesn't it? And I thank you. Now, begone, and be well. Visit us if you wish. I promise we won't bite.
Speak for yourself.
Slip away while you still can, my sweet.
I dreamed of you sinking.
Oh.
beautiful, isn't it? Our sky above. We call it the Sky of Roots. I could stare at it for hours. I'm Vandu, keeper of the observatory. As for who you are, you don't need to tell me. I can see everything from here. The voice of the Lord of the Depths is especially clear in this place. Well, I watch the Sky of Roots. I listen to the Lord of the Depths. And when I have a moment, I dream of seeing what lies beyond it. I also enjoy designing things. Devices, mostly. Perhaps one of them will someday let me reach the great deep. You can't really talk to something that's omnipotent. All you can do is listen and try to understand what it wants to tell you. Maybe he's the one inspiring me to break through the Sky of Roots, to be closer to him. Oh, that's very kind of you. And yes, I could use your help. I need someone to bring me essence of scalding steam, a key component of my latest invention. My sister, Waste, used to gather materials for me, but she's been caught up with other duties. Besides, I wouldn't want her wandering into such dangerous places. You'll find the essence of scalding steam in the oozing fields. Here, this container will allow you to gather the essence. Bring it to me, and I'll reward you with one of my more valuable designs. I'll be here, waiting. Oh, this place has called to me ever since I was a tadpole in the ulcerate. My sister never understood my fascination, but I always knew this was where I belonged. Its history reaches back to the very beginning of Sarras. It's almost as old as the ulcerate and the archive. It was built by the first crew. I think they wanted to see what was happening on the surface. I can't see anything myself. Maybe because I'm a deep dweller, but I can hear the will of the Lord of the Depths clearly here. It flows through me and fills me with calm. It's an incredible feeling. It's as unknowable as he is. As long as I feel calm, I know everything is unfolding as it should. I feel that same calm now, speaking with you, and take it as a sign that what we do is right. When I feel unease, I know something's not meant to be. I can't explain it any other way. You'll just have to trust my intuition that our meeting is good and true. Well, I can't be certain, but isn't that what you surface folk call faith? I choose to believe that I hear the voice and feel the will of the Lord of the Depths moving through me. That choice alone is enough to make me happy. May Sarras treat you kindly, Top.
Good to see you, Toplander. Oh, is he all right? Did he ask you for anything? Damn it. I'd hoped that if I'd stopped helping, that would be enough. He never leaves the observatory, but I didn't think anyone would come to him. Please, Toplander, don't help with that experiment of his. I'm begging you. I am busy, but you're right. That's not why I stopped. Vander was obsessed with that project, and I couldn't keep helping him in good conscience. Because it's going to get him killed. Can't you see this is insane? I don't even know what will get him first. Trying to leave Sarras' borders, or launching himself towards the roots in one of his blasted machines. I see. You're just like him. Look, I understand what drives him. He doesn't love this place. While I've only just learned to tolerate it. But escape isn't a solution. Especially if it kills you in the attempt. Please, please, just think before you decide to help him. Back already? Ask what it... Go.
You really do enjoy my company. That Coraloon needs to grow up already. Wouldn't surprise me if Syndra left on her own, just to get away from her annoying sister. Honestly, Coraloon clung to her sister's scales. She wouldn't do a thing by herself. But Syndra is her sister, not her mother. You can't spend your whole life drifting with the current, playing with seashells and braiding seaweed in your hair. Syndra knew that. But Coraloon never listened. So no, I haven't seen her. But something tells me she is alive and well, just far away from her sister. Think carefully before you go looking for her. Maybe she just doesn't want to be found. Of course you do. You can buy them all from me. Unless you're after something really special. I'm the only one who knows how to make proper stew from Viridian whale caps. I could teach you. You're hardly going to be my competition. Something tells me you won't be sticking around here forever. Those little scoundrels are great at hiding. They don't let you eat them that easily. But they are a true delicacy. Bring me the tentacles of an entire swarm of Viridian whale caps, and I'll teach you how to make a stew to die for. Our local parasites. Legend says they're the souls of drowned sailors. Their bodies turn into drowners, of course. I can believe it. If a sailor were foolish enough to board a ship without knowing how to swim, who needed him anyway? Serves him right to have been separated from his body. You have to pay for stupidity. They're everywhere, and they're nastier than anything else down here. Not to mention completely inedible. Well, unless they're Viridian. Those ones are different. They taste like nothing else you can find here. The colour. That's it, really. But that one difference makes them far tastier than their common counterparts. They're also a bit smarter than their pale cousins, which makes them very hard to find. They know how to hide. That's why they're so rare. And why their organs are so valuable in our cuisine. And that's where you're wrong. The tentacles are the best part. They give the dish its unique character. They also have another quality. Very popular among my clients. But that's a secret I'll keep until you bring them to me and discover it for yourself. I guarantee you've never tasted anything like it. I know a place they used to haunt. Who knows? Maybe they're still out there. I've marked it on your map. Be careful. You might find a whole horde of them lurking around, and trust me, they won't be in the mood for a chat. You'll see. Viridian whale-cap stew is worth the trouble. Keep your head on a swivel.
I was just goodbye.
If Hiss is behind my sister's always...
Toplander! Or are you still one, here at the... Oh, tell me! Tell me! Not honest? Me? I am honest. Always. Always. I made the pearl. I captured the Morgan song. So it was mine, not theirs. But the song would have been swallowed by the sea. Gone forever. Not humming sweetly in the darkest depths. Such a loss. Such a tragedy. The sea is cruel and unfeeling. So are its daughters, and so are its laws. But we are all of the sea, and to the sea we belong. I knew that, I did. I will crack the pearl, release the song, but I will not do it with joy. And here is your reward. Something of the sea. I have more, you know. I could share. For something of the land. What do you say? Secret for secret. Knowledge for knowledge. I wish to know of the land. You wish to survive in the depths. It's a fair trade, no? Anything. Everything. What is as clear to you as a whale song in the dark? Good. I will have my treasures ready. That makes my scales prickle with excitement. Thank you for your knowledge, Toplander. I need to put it away. See that it sits neatly. Come back later, when I have room for more. No, I do just fine. The sea provides. I know the sea. The sea knows me. But oh, there is one thing. But I can't have it. I'm just Boz. Being Boz is not enough. The head of the great beast bastard. Or not the head, something else, a trophy. To have and to hold. prove a point. I may be a thin-bled, but I am not weak, not stupid. I am strong in my cleverness. I have collected many things I know their worth. And that knowledge I will use in the surface way. I will have what cannot be had. Respect. A little fear, not too much, but enough. With the great beast, of course, deep within what's left of it. A body made into a home, crawling with the unwanted. And with the scions of the depths. Murder! Not murder. A hunt. She's the daughter of the beast, and a beast herself. It's kill or be killed with her. Their kind knows no other way. Good, and I will mount it where everyone can see. But first, you will need some things. Things I found, things I made. I wish to be a part of the hunt. Here, the bait. A smelly delicacy. Don't drift too far!
What is it? Go.
This one asks the Toplander to speak direct. The meddling Toplander should not expect to gain knowledge not meant for the Toplander's ears. This one will give the Toplander an object of material value in return for the seaweed. It was the friend who promised to share knowledge. This one made no such vow. This one has never hidden that knowledge's worth is immeasurable. This one knows that the turtle is a precious friend, the sole sacrifice that might one day grant this one passage into the archive, and only this one knows where the last turtle remains. Well, this one and the Toplander, of course. But the Toplander has a mission, and the laws of Tumbo do not apply to him. Thus, that knowledge will be of no use to the Toplander. The Toplander promised to help this one. Is this how Toplanders help? By doing what was never asked? If this one had known, this one would never have asked. The Toplander possesses nowhere near the knowledge my turtle did. But if the Toplander shares knowledge that no other being holds, this one will forgive the impropriety. This one is not certain the Toplander speaks truth. This one is not convinced this is knowledge unique to the Toplander. However, if Ruiko does not possess it, perhaps it will suffice. Now leave this one to himself, Toplander. It is time for this one to organize the knowledge already gathered. This one will
You were right. Hiss wasn't entirely honest with me. I owe him no loyalty anymore. I hope that when I return to the sea, you were right.
The Toplander. This one, but why? This one admits that knowledge. If you answer this one's questions, and if this one does not sense a lie in your voice, tell this one to top. This one feels this is not the whole truth. It is your truth. For Toplanders like you, but not all Toplanders are like you. This one doesn't recognize your truth. This one will not. This one is not interested in. However, this one very well. This one is all.
You need... Wonderful. It's in remarkable Farewell.
Child of the surface, the song of the Lord of the Depths foretold your coming. Heal me, and the gates to Sarras shall open before you. You fought well. Those were the creatures who drained me. Forgive me this deception, and thank you for the grace you have granted me. May our realm bestow its favor upon you.
Those soft-shelled weaklings don't even realize how much harm they're causing. If only I could... Oh, a toplander. You move so quietly. I've always heard that everyone on the surface just stomps around. Welcome to our realm. I'm Rhonda, a researcher and history enthusiast. The remains of the carcass of the great serpent, of course. It's one of the greatest treasures of our land. I'm studying how it affects local life, and everything points to its influence being quite significant. The carcass lets microorganisms cleanse our water safely. Without it, living here would be much harsher. It is truly a momentous discovery. If only I could find someone to help me deal with a few pests. Nasty, disgusting creatures that are damaging the magnificent carcass and endangering our entire realm. They arrive in packs and carve out its fragments. Why? I have no idea. It's certainly not edible. It's made of the same substance that covers the Lord of the Seas. Consuming it would not only be dangerous, it is strictly forbidden. Yes, exactly. But it can't be a band of scourges of the sea, oh no. I'm a law-abiding reef-bound. I can't be seen working with that kind of company. But if a helpful toplander were willing to step in, I could repay them with the knowledge I've gathered. Great. Oh, I'm so glad. The pests are hiding in one of the caves beneath the carcass. There aren't many, so you should find the right one quickly. I don't know how many creatures you'll face, but if I went alone, I'd never come back. And if you recover the fragments of the carcass, I'd be very grateful. I've always wanted to study them, but I never dared commit such sacrilege. But since someone else has already taken them, I might as well seize the opportunity. Well, all in the name of science and knowledge, of course. I'll be waiting right here for you.
you startled me. I didn't think anyone would find my hideout. Hiss promised no one would. Wait. Haven't we met before? Yes, at the chapter house, when we passed from darkness into light. I was trying to keep that in the family, but yes, I'm running away from my sister. And because of her, I had to bribe Hiss to show me a safe place to hide. But as you can see, all it takes is a better offer for that slippery creature to sell me out without so much as a second thought. I should have known that slimy bastard wouldn't keep his word. Of course, the damned creature turned out to be useless. What do you want? Let me guess. Coraloon is looking for me. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. She's not worried about me, but about herself. Tell me, what do you know about me from what Coraloon told you? Not much, I bet. Think back to everything she said. Can you hear her saying, me? That's Coraloon for you. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. I'd say I'm being too kind. That leech thinks she's the most important creature in the ocean, and I'm supposed to wait on her hand and fin. And since you're asking those kinds of questions, it means she's already wrapped you around her finger. Unless I'm mistaken, we can end this conversation right here. I'll stay here. And I'm not changing my mind. Because I want to finally be free. To have my own life. To start my own family. No more and no less. You have no idea what it's like to spend your life with someone who always plays the victim. It's not that she can't do anything. She just doesn't want to. She throws up her hands and insists I do everything better. For a long time, I kept falling for her games. When I tried to teach her something, to show her how she could have a better life, hunt on her own, gather seaweed, she'd get offended and punish me with silence. Or she'd accuse me of putting on airs, of treating her like an idiot. She'd say anything just to make me give up and do everything for her. I couldn't keep living like that. And I won't keep living like that. Not at all. That won't be necessary. Listen, I know my sister. I just need to wait until some poor sap takes my place and lets her exploit them. Then I'll come back. I'm sure Coraloon will be terribly offended, but at least I'll have some peace and quiet. Perhaps it's not the gentlest way, but it's the only one. I've tried everything else. Disappearing for a while is the only reasonable option. Hiss promised to tell me when that happens. You could do that, of course. But you could also lie to her. Tell her you found my body, and that I had this letter with me. You can read it if you want, I don't care. I just want to be left alone. As for the reward, I don't know what she promised you, but don't expect riches. We never had much. And I took most of our valuables with me. She'll manage, she always does. She'll beg for what she needs to survive. I can share the rest of what I have with you. You just need to make Coraloon stop searching for me. If you find her, please give her my letter.
This one is...
If Hiss is behind my sister's disappearance, he'll regret it. That's impossible. What happened? Was it Hiss? Did you kill him for what he did to my sister? Oh, Sindril, what am I going to do now? Give it to me. I can't believe this. My Sindril. Did she really hate me that much? Why didn't she ever say anything? It was just talk. She didn't mean it. We love each other. But now that you've told me, I know it's true. She tried to tell me. More than once. I'd like to be left alone, all right? I have a lot of work to do here. I need to learn how to find food, how to put myself to sleep. It's so much work. I have no time to waste. I thank you for finding her, even though I hoped for a different outcome. Here, this was meant to be your reward for finding her. And you've done just that, one way or another. Oh, Sindril, I'm sorry for everything. Sindril was strong. I hope I'll be... Oh, Sindril.
I hope Coraloon still doesn't know where I am. Of course. What do you want? Let me guess. Because you have... It's not for a long time when I couldn't... You could do that, but you can... I just... As for the... We never... I can... One day... Good. That's good. I know it won't be easy for her, but this is the only way she'll ever become independent. Thank you for bringing me this news. Here, this is for you. For your trouble. I hope Coralu... Keep my...